Maybe she can finally have a chance with Apollo. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Would you take another chance with Apollo?
I never had a chance. He was a married man. I never wanted Apollo. So for her to say that, it really shows where her heart is, because clearly I was exonerated for anything that he ever said that may have been inappropriate between us. We were friends. We all had a business dealing that fell out. I should have stopped texting him after that, even though the texts were friendly. I took my responsibility for that. And then she says a remark like that.
Jennifer from Idaho said, Phaedra, have you ever apologized to Kenya for the names you called her when Apollo blamed her for coming on to him? And do you feel bad for not believing her?
She texted my husband, and that's a fact. When we were in Anguilla, she said, oh, would y'all like to have a threesome?
I asked everybody that, so please let the facts be the facts. Why are we trying to make an old storyline new again?
Oh, I'm not trying to make an old storyline
You are,
new,
because
honey.
you brought it up, Phaedra.
No, I'm just trying to say that you were very disrespectful.
And
That's
we
not
already
making an
know
old
that, and
story.
we've already gotten
Okay,
past
so
that from
then,
2
if you
years
have
ago,
been
so why are you
disrespectful
talking
of
about
my
it?
marriage? Why can I not have an issue with you trying to throw me a divorce party?
I'm not your
when
issue,
I
you're
haven't
your
even
issue.
said that I was divorced.
Your husband is your issue,
My
Phaedra.
husband is not my issue.
Yeah, it actually is.
Do you still think that she was being disrespectful?
Yeah. The facts don't change. I'm just no
But
longer
we already
married to
talked
her.
about that, and remember when we got on
But
our knees and we prayed?
God, for every wrong, Father God, we ask that you make it right. Amen. Amen.
But
And that was
no,
supposed
that
to be the
still does not
past.
change what happened, honey.
Why would
But
you
what
even be
about
bringing
that?
it up?
You prayed together, you decided to move forward.
What I'm saying is that doesn't change what happened. That is always going to be a sensitive issue with Kenya, because that was basically the thing that broke up the relationship in the first place.
No, it wasn't.
Wait,
No,
hold
it
on. Are you
wasn't.
saying
No,
that
it wasn't.
that's
No,
what broke
not
up?
my, no, not my
I'm
marriage
sorry.
out. The relationship
That is
between
not
she and
true.
I.
No,
That
she
is
said
not
the
true.
relationship between the
She
two of
and
you.
No,
I.
I know exactly what she said, and that's untrue. We fell out over a video.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well,
it
that
had
was
nothing
part
to
of
do.
it. Okay.
Apollo stuff came much later. Don't tell lies about what
No
really
one's
happened.
telling lies, honey.
So we
That
fell
was a
out
big
because she
part of
did
the
not want to
falling out.
pay me on the booty boot camp video, and then I made my own video, and then she started saying that I was bipolar.
No,
She
that
started
came
saying that I
before
was
that.
alcoholic. She
Because you
started
were
saying
drinking like a fish.
No, I don't drink like a fish, and that's a damn lie. You are a damn
Well,
lie.
obviously we
And okay,
have
so
different-
Phaedra, I drink as much as you.
Really?
You have been the most
Really?
boring person on
Oh,
this
I'm so
show since
boring?
I've been
Okay.
sitting here.
Well, you keep screwing the same old man in the back of the truck, girl.
Did anyone else think it was distasteful, the idea of throwing a divorce party?
I felt like it was distasteful only because her and Phaedra don't have that type of relationship. And I feel like her divorce party is a very personal decision. So I just felt like she could have even come to me or maybe even Candy to kind of see would
That's
Phaedra be
illogical.
down for something like that. You'd have
Why would that
asked
be illogical?
What you
Because
said? What?
That's illogical. First of all, it wasn't just for Phaedra, it was also for Cynthia. So it wasn't like I was singling Phaedra out.
And just for the record, Andy, I was surprised, and I did not want a divorce party either. And I made that clear. But I didn't feel like she was doing it to be spiteful to me in any way.
Sheree, you threw yourself a divorce party.
I did.
Sheree, I have a gift for you.
You know, I felt like I was at a point where I was okay with it. It wasn't brand new for me.
Were you surprised that these two were reticent about the divorce party?
Well, again, they were not divorced. And, you know, sometimes when someone gets in that space, it may take a while.
Why was it a major transgression for you?
After she and I talked about, I was like, this is not like a roadblock in our relationship. I was like, I'm just telling you how
You
I
called
feel.
me trifling. How is it not a roadblock? Really?
That was trifling. You texted my husband.
You're attacking me for something in the year
Oh,
2017 from
It
something that we
happened.
resolved in 2013.
But it still happened and the behavior was
No,
trifling.
Phaedra, what it is you want to have two different lives. Your
What-
real
what
life,
life? What
your
life is
real
that? What
life,
life is
and you
that?
can kiki with Portia and laugh about you being divorced and you being the best. But then you think about, well, how would the public really
Well, I'm doing it on
think,
national TV,
how
so
would
the public will see
think
both.
about me
So the
and how
public
should
will
I
see
feel
both.
in this moment? And then you readjust to keep up this false image that you have.
Well, you don't
that
even
you've
know me,
had
so
of
how would you
yourself.
know what image I'm keeping up?
Well,
We're not
I know with the
friends.
Southern Belle, I know the Freako, I know all of those
Oh,
images.
well, you don't
try
know me to be a
suppress
freako.
and all
Now,
these
you can
other
talk about
things.
yourself in the divide date book, but you can't talk
but
about me as
anyway,
being a
this
freako.
one right here, had you just simply told me, I'm not really comfortable with this divorce party, Kenya, I would have been like, okay. Same thing Cynthia did. But what you chose to do is try to dog me out and
Do you think she did it deliberately? Do you think she did it deliberately?
I think she did.
Deliberately to
Well,
what?
I didn't feel like her intentions were pure.
What did you think her intentions were?
To make fun of me getting a divorce, basically.
To
That's
make
what
fun
I
of
thought.
you.
Was she making fun of y'all, both of y'all?
The thing is
Why
their
would you even
relationship
feel
is
that
not
way
like
when
mine.
I have
She
been
has
your
not had issues with her. Me and her have had direct issues related to my marriage.
Our
so
issues
it's
stopped
different.
2 years ago when we actually prayed together, Phaedra.
What I'm saying, but it doesn't
So-
change what happened, honey.
Well, it
you can't
changes-
erase the
what
past.
it can change is the fact that you are full of shit. That's what it cannot change. You're phony and fake, and that's what you are.
And so are you, darling.
Phaedra, do you regret that you didn't take Portia's advice and keep your distance from Kenya?
First of all, I'm always about, okay, let me explore this. I mean, we had a good time together when we were in Flint. I mean, Kenya is Kenya. I mean, I'm not mad with Kenya. I don't have no ill will against Kenya. So,
Clearly
I mean,
you
if she
do.
wants to have a beef with me, that's fine.
She wants people to think she doesn't, but clearly she's not
Girl, I
a type
don't
of person that
see
even
you.
forgives.
Girl,
She doesn't
We don't
forgive
travel
and she
in the
doesn't
same
forget.
circles. I don't see her.
It seems like you do.
What circle would that be?
Well,
besides
I don't know.
this
We're
circle?
sitting here in a semicircle.
Well, okay.
Thank you. Yes, Andy, 2-0.
For your shade today.
I am here for all of Andy's
You
shade.
are the shade king today.
I don't want to say anything.
Yes,
Come on, send me
Andy.
Here we are. Phaedra, when you refused to pray with Kenya that last night in Maui, it seemed like that was the moment the friendship was over for you. Was there anything that Kenya could have said or done in that moment to make you move forward or accept her apology?
First of all, I didn't think that the friendship was over.
It seemed like her trying to speak to you in your language and saying, okay, well, is this a way we could come together, maybe by us praying together?
Well, at that moment, I wasn't there for the prayer.
You weren't gonna be able to do it.
I wasn't gonna be able to do it.
Would you pray with Kenya now?
If she asked me to, yeah.
I didn't ask.
Exactly.
No hope for a prayer?
I don't have my sage with me to clear out the demons in the room, so I'm good.
Glad you got it on yourself.
Maybe we can pray later.
Let's hope so.